everyone. Begin to start turn 2 of War in the West from between me and Ara. Let's go ahead and open up the turn. Don't you judge my secure password. I use this for my bank account and everything too, so don't you share this with anyone. Okay, we jump right into the automatic air doctrine creation. Let's pop out of here real quick. Actually, let's see. Tactical North Europe airfields are big. Ground attack. We still want to interdict rail yards. I'm going to interdict that. You know, as you know, Europe is more of a smaller. It's not, you know, it's not a theater of operation yet. There's going to be another 6 months, you know, or so, early 1944 before I'm ever able to have anything to land in Normandy. You land too early, and that basically game over for you. So it's a fine line, you know, trying to beat the historical date of June 6, 1944. So Mediterranean ground support still high, air superiority still high. Airfield attacks high, unit attack is low, railway attacks low, port attack, ferry is high because we want to interdict the water interdiction there, and we want to go to high rail yard because we want to kind of hamper the Germans' ability to basically attack us. We're still doing amphibious support for the next couple turns since we're so soon after landing, you know. Air, strategic air, oil and fuel we're hitting. U-boats we're targeting. Let's go after. Can you turn that? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's nice. Let's target. Let's hit his tanks. Low in planes. Don't really care about ports. Medium on rail yards. Low on manpower. Because you kind of have to focus. You can't go all over the map. Low resources. You know, fuel's one of the things I'm constantly going to be hitting. Like, it's kind of the long-term game is going after their fuel and oil, because it's not going to affect them for a while. But I want them to always, the economy system, that the production system. This is supposed to be more in better designed than War in the East, where War in the East, no matter what you did, the Germans always had enough oil to do everything they needed, which, you know, so it really kind of took a lot of out of it. That, you know, if the Germans go for the oil in the Caucasus, they don't get anything. It doesn't hurt the Russians, really. It doesn't hurt the Germans. It's just kind of meh. It's, you know, and that kind of took a lot of it out of it. If there's no like cost, so it's supposedly in this, it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be more meaningful, and in my testing, it is more meaningful. So we're going to hit fuel and oil. Heavy vehicles, armaments are kind of like the everything, so we're going to target them a lot as always. You can take out these V-Day weapons. They give you victory points. Same for U-boats. We're not going to really do any ground attack in the north. We're going to do high in the south. Heavy railway interdiction, medium interdiction, port and ferry, not so much. Don't really care. Strategic night in the north. Heavy on the armaments. Rail yard. At every turn, we want to impact his ability to, because rail yard now moves supplies too. So we always want to be impacting his ability to resupply his units. Low armored fighting vehicles. Oil, low fuel. Heavy industry. Ground attack in the south at night. Let's hit his rail yards, railways. Those are the 31 one hit. So we're going to assign air directors using these policies. Yes. setting the tasks right now and running them. Down here you can see. This takes a while because it's kind of like its own mini game. If you ever played Bombing the Reich, it's kind of like they merged this ground strategic simulator like War in the East with like Bombing the Reich, and it's like you've got these two games in one now. It's pretty cool. So let's go to the Air Directive Summaries page. We can see, let's see, turn 1, total losses, a lot of losses. Let's go through the scores, total points. Nothing, there's not really a lot of data there yet, but bombings in there. Partisans, garrison, U.S. units lost 12 units. Men, what's the delta? We've taken out 253 units, and this is a total men. Like this is East Front too, so this isn't just us. Like this is the East Front as well. Total ready men, total guns dropping, but ours is too. Like we've taken. Now this is us. We've taken casualties. Air execution, total losses. A lot less losses this turn. They had a lot less losses too. Total sorties are down a lot, but they'll be up because we're just running it right now. So let's get out of this chart and go back in. Now just to figure out, I think it's here, right? Air Directive Summary. Oh, okay, there. Go to Air Directive, go to Summary. Okay, so here's the summary of everything that happened. Like here's everything we got here. And let's see if I can show you because I wasn't really into it last turn, like showing you guys everything last time. Let's see. So here, can I show it? Here you can see the landings. Which when I go through this air phase, then we'll see the landings after. So that's why it's this weird hodgepodge. Let's see. Can I go up here and see where the bombing was? Okay, so yeah, you do see here. These are partisan attacks. I don't know if they damaged. Oh, duh. Those are rail lines that got blown here. Boom, boom, boom. Like that's pretty cool, right? Like you see them rail lines getting destroyed like all over Europe, like right around Paris. Like this is gonna take a lot of his attention to pay attention to. And it's gonna be nice. And look, think of it this way. There's how many main rail lines running north to south in Italy? 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 4 rail lines, and if you can get one of these right here, like you've cut off so much rail traffic to supply, and that totally is gonna, you cut one of these rail lines that hampers supply to the rest of the boot. So when we finally do land, which I'm pretty sure we were gonna land at Anzio, like historically, that's gonna really cut one of these rail lines. That's gonna really make untenable down here his landing, and he's gonna have to retreat if he's smart. He might not even defend the southern Italy if he's smart. So, but see here, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's like 4. We've kind of blown one line right there. So it's nice. I think he actually must have goofed something somewhere. So okay, let's see. Can you see him here? So here's where we can say ground support missions. Oh, here we go. Okay. It's just been a while since I've done these, so we can see ground support missions. And this is ground attack. So this is for setting missions. So if I wanted to set some custom ones, which I don't yet, like once we get into it more, I'll be more specific about what I want to set and what I don't want to set and all that happy hornswoggle. But for now, I don't like. And here's Bomb City. Can we see these missions here yet? And in red, you can see where we've already kind of damaged some stuff. Here's recon. So let's go in and look at the summary of it again, what we did. Oh, here you go. Ah, duh. Okay, so the air summary is Shift D. So you can see we wanted a bomb. Viewed it. Let's see, can we? Oh, it's right here. So we bombed the city here. So here's each bombing run, and here's the area which you could bomb. Hex. What was the priority of it? And you can see the priorities over. Can't really. So you can see the priorities here, and you can set them here. But if you hover over them, you'll see in the drop down there where the airbase that we're coming from, the source base, the area, day or night bombing intensity, groups, like, and all the units assigned to it, weather, advanced options. Which days do you want the bombing to go on? It was day 2, 4, 6, 7. Strike number, altitude, all this stuff you don't ever have to do. Like, if you want that level of detail, it's there. If you don't, that's cool too. And so you'll see this will fill out once we run this, because we're about to run it. So go to my creation, and we're going to execute it. And it's going to take a minute or two. And oh, what did I goof up now? Does this execute the air directives? See, I always goof something up. Every day I'm shuffling. Okay, let's see. Air doctrine screen. And here's the air doctrine screen itself. Like what each command, like here's transport command, like what they're supposed to be doing. Ah, did I goof that up? Oh, and you go back here to go back up. Like fighter command, bomber command, what they're doing at any given time, like night bombing. We're 8th U.S. Air Force, day bombing, because Americans were bombing during the day, getting cut up. RAF at night. I think I misspoke and said that backwards. I always get that backwards. Like, the Americans had the hard job, which I should have been like daytime, duh. Like, yeah. No shizzle bizzle. Here's their targets. Recon, air superiority, naval. Pilots, here's the pilot pool. Where's the pilot pool? It's... So I want everyone to have a minimum experience of 50. Now I guess here they can be 10 like they were before. Now how do I always forget? Oh no, there it is. Okay. So now I can execute the air directives. Boom. It's when you're in the mission, when you're in one of the other missions, it doesn't always work right. So there you go. So now it's going to run. You're going to see all the bombing runs. Mess this level up so you guys can see what's going on here now. Let's go ahead and turn that volume down in the game for this. So it doesn't destroy your ears. Recon. A lot of recon. Oh, German interdiction. Naples interdiction. And I probably could have done that first turn better, but I was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't give it best effort I could. Bombing run. You see at the top, I turned it up to detail 3 so we can see a little bit longer the bombing run. And you'll see up here we're 13% through when this goes away. So the air turn takes a while to run through. And did you see where it said air interdiction value plus 39? Like, that's where we're adding interdiction onto that rail line and that certain hex. Which means it makes it more expensive for him to use that rail line. So 1 off, 2 off, like that's fine, you'll take another rail line. But over time, as you systematically interdict all the rail lines, it means that anywhere they go to get from point A to point B, they're going to have to spend more rail points, which means they'll be able to go less far, and they'll also use more railway points, so it'll suck the system drive more, if that makes sense. So in essence, it's a way of recreating historically that the Germans couldn't move freight over the rail lines without fear of it being interdicted by fighter bombers or like that, or rail yards, marshalling yards getting bombed. So that's it's really neat. They like Matrix games in 2x3. They always do a great job. You know, like I said before, they fixed my biggest complaint from War in the West, which was, you know, when a unit gets encircled, it basically becomes limp-wristed. Where they fixed that in War in the East, or War in the West here, where, you know, if you get a unit cut off, you have 1 turn where you can fight back at full strength and try to break out, which I think is fair. Like, they're weak turns, but just give it, if it's an encirclement that you can hold for more than 1 turn, it's worth it. If not, it's going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth forever. But with the Russians, or even Germans, you know, you get cut off and basically you're unable to save yourself because it's been a week, a mythical week, but it's like the gameplay just sucked. It's like super emotionally draining gameplay to be like, okay, if you get a unit encircled, basically they're dead. There's no hope of internally breaking them out, even though that's the first you're touching it. Where historically, things like that happen because in the case of Germany, like Hitler wouldn't let units retreat, so they ran out of supplies. Like if in Stalingrad, if they'd broken out right away, they would have been fine. They had supplies to get out, but they had to stay, and they basically stayed to their own death. And by the time they wanted to break out, it was too late. You know, but you have to be able to react quickly. So in the game, when you play it and you react quickly, it's like, oh man, that's a real bummer. Recon all over Europe. Around Paris. And over time, you'll see we'll start doing these a little bit more detailed. So can I change the? I can't do it in turn. I might turn the end combat resolution up a little bit. It's a little fast for me now. I think I said it 1,002. I think I said 1 second. I want to turn up a little bit. Makes it take longer, but when you want to watch it, it's actually kind of cool. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold if you can't tell by my horsey voice. And red is where we've damaged them severely. And so the Germans can also put towards engineer units onto industrial sites to speed up the repair. So sometimes you'll see railway construction units on things that aren't like the railway's not damaged because they're there to repair factories. That can be AI driven. That can also be player driven. So you can repair something in, 4 or 5 weeks instead of some things repair at like 1% a week. So it's basically 100 turns. You damage it unless you put resources towards fixing it. So that's a kind of a cool feature as well. There we go, interdicting in Italy. Looks like he's actually pulled back his forces. Like he's not contesting the landing at all, it looks like. At least from recon. Like, there should be Italian units there, but it looks like he's probably pulled them back. At least, yeah. That'll probably be a fortress, a German Panzer fortress battalion there. Hermann Goering's there. There's another German. There's 3 German units on Sicily. If he's smart, he'll fight a withdrawal through here. We'll push right up to try to cut this road here. We're not going to go out west at all. It's just kind of a waste. Which is funny when you think Patton went all the way up here, player mode, then all the way down to Sicily that way, where the British just went straight that way, and he still beat him there. He had to go around the whole damn country, like, you know, just kind of funny. Just turn the level of detail down a little bit. We could always review after. Halfway through the air turn, and as you see, we've done 15,000 sorties. Germans done 54. I don't know what the difference between auto-naval and air is. I guess auto-naval is like naval interdiction. We've lost 500 planes. They've lost 150. We've lost about 400 in air combat, 100 to flak, 36 operational. So we're losing a lot of planes compared to the Germans, but they also have less planes. But we're doing God's work and dealing with the dirty, stinky Nazis. Or as Churchill would say, the Nazis. Here's the directive, like what's being done right now, bombing city. And here's messages, so you can see. Reconning units. And I said that what unit, what they're doing right now. It's kind of better than just the stats, I think, so you can kind of see what's happening. Excuse me, what's going on. Oh, now we're flushing the units out a little bit. Oh, are the new messages at the top? Maybe they're at the top. Maybe I'm reading it wrong way the whole time. Oh, they are, because the ID numbers are going up from the top. Okay, I'm a Dingleberry. Okay. Okay. So here's a summary: 24,000 sorties, 700 aircraft lost, 650 lost, 1,000 damaged, enemy lost almost 200, damaged 500. So I mean, 2 to 1, we're losing, but we're expecting that's the case. Raids. You can click here. We can see what happened, like on each raid. Bombing city Fulsham or Cologne. Duh. That's the source base. So we bombed Cologne. This is ours. This is their losses, I think. Right? Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, because they defended with 300 fighters. We had 14, lost 10. We lost 6. They lost 4. Damage 3% damage for this, 1% for that, 2% for this manpower. Just manpower attacks. Like, okay, not real exciting. Bomb city vehicle, not really anything there. So you didn't do a very good job, Mr. Bomber Harris. I'm very disappointed you. Bomb Cologne again. 18% damage to manpower. Heck yeah. 46% damage to this rail yard in Cologne. Yeah, that's nice. 31% research production damage. Nice. We destroyed their rail yard in Bochum. 100% damage. Rail yards out of service for a week anyway. And then that was pretty good. This is just nothing. It looks like nothing happened there. No stories. A tactical Air Force. New Church bombing railways in. Oh, this is tactical damage, I guess. We added this much damage to the rail use in Versailles, so rail use in Versailles should be a little bit slowed down. We interdicted here. Interdicted here. Air superiority. Did we have anything that happened here? Some light bombing. U.S. Air Force. The U.S. day bombing of these things. Manpower bombing during the day. Rail yard bombing. Boom, 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 boom. Resource production. We got the resource production in Aachen. I don't know how to say it. Aachen. That's just recon. Malta Air Command, which is the one we're going to be looking at for what happened in Italy. Interdiction. Strategic Air Force Doolittle bombing in Italy. It's just okay. Got some airfields. Boom, boom, boom. Interdiction. Boom, boom, boom. Interdiction. Boom, boom, boom. Interdiction. Boom, boom, boom. Bomb city. Nothing really there. Strategic recon. Tactical Air Force in Italy. Let's see. A lot of interdiction. A lot of naval sorties. So let's close this out. And then let's look at the map. Like, let's look at everything that happened. Air interdiction here. So what we can do here now is look at the, let's see, is in there. First, let me go change my combat resolution values a little bit. Combat resolution messages delay is 0.2 seconds. So let's set it to 1.5 seconds. That might be too long, but we'll see. We can always, it's kind of finding the right middle ground that makes us happy. Germans, we interdicted here. Oh yeah, period comma, nice. Germans interdicted here. Airfield, they bombed our airfield. They lost 5 fighters. We took no real losses. But now let's see. Map information. I think it's Shift U. Ah, perfect. So kind of you see here these interdiction values for recon values. Like right there, we're at a recon value 21, and we're also at interdiction value 48, which is rounded down to 4. So we really want things to have a real effect on him. We want him to be over 9 for the interdiction values. But we're obviously not there yet. I mean, it's just turn 1. This one has a good interdiction. Like anything trying to move up through this hex is going to have a heck of a problem. So that's mighty nice. Okay. Okay, here's our turn. Let's see. Looks like we landed unopposed. Not totally unopposed, because it looks like we had where did our let's just do ground battles only. Where did our air unit go? Did they not fucking land right? 82nd, 509th, 1st, 2nd. Where's the 3rd Regiment of the 502nd? Let's see. Or the 82nd. The 502nd. Jesus, sound like a retard. 7th U.S. Army. Let's look at subordinates. They got unassigned, so where is it? They got, oh, well, let's read the logistics notes. Bombing. Victory points over bombing. A lot of capacity in Britain. Not as much in Italy. Freight data. Britain. This is replacements needed. So we got that. Supply needed. This is what we received. So we're even under what we should be at. Let's see. Birmingham, England. West London. Your manpower types. Here's our bombing. Because I really want to see what happened. And it's weird because I don't see the turn with what happened with the paratroopers. So I don't know if the attack failed or what. But I guess we'll find out in a second. Training missions. So you see each night you get one whole night of bombing, like what happened each night of the week. So we got some new fighters. We have some new upgrades in our TOE. A lot of upgrades in their TOE. A lot of mortar regiments getting updated. Lost 500 trucks. We received 30 new cargo ships, 4 new troop ships for moving stuff, which you can see when I go to naval stuff. You'll see it'll be up here. Here's all the freight that's getting moved. Here's where we're exporting things to Britain. America's helping out. Same thing, aircraft exports, manpower building. American Generic 2 builds 750 manpower. So here you go. Let's look at losses. They lost 8,000 men, 100 guns, 1 tank. We lost 8,000 men, 99 guns, 54 tanks. We had 700 men captured, so this was a bad first turn, it seems like. Even though I can't really tell what happened. Destroyed units. The airborne unit got destroyed. I'm trying to figure out why it got destroyed. So let's go in here and see if we can figure out. Let's do a quick save. Let's see if we can figure out what WTF happened, where I missed it. Let me reload the first turn, see if I missed it somewhere. because I'm I'm still trying to remember. It's kind of like this weird WeGo system. So let's quit out here. Let's load up the turn again. See if we missed it in the beginning of that turn. Shoot, sorry, man. Let's pull the pad off inside. I don't discombobulated. Okay, let's turn down that. Let's log back in again. Screw you, buddy. What did we miss? Did we miss anything? Okay, so let's reload. Where do I see that combat? Maybe did I see it here, like at the end of this one? That probably wouldn't be because this is his turn. Just trying to see where I see the combat from. Yeah, it's not that one. Well, shoot, I guess we'll never know. I guess I missed it from the first time. That's a bummer. I must have missed it somehow at the... Well, anyway, I guess they'll be getting rebuilt. So then if they're getting rebuilt, they're probably... Warring. 7th Army. 7th Army. Oh, here. Okay, so it shows the blue line. Is it? Yeah, they should be getting rebuilt up there again. So, oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, they're way up there getting rebuilt. Okay, depleted. You're going to want to refit, son. Is that an airfield? So they're going to get rebuilt and have to get flown back down again. Yeah, they got jacked up. So we're going to set, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and set some new targets for these sons of guns. I like to kind of cut off this boot for retreat. I don't think I did that right either. Let's see. Set new target. Yes. There we go. Set new target. I think they can land in rough. They can't land in... And these guys will probably get destroyed, but the inconvenience factor... Well, they might or might not. If I'm close enough to them, they won't, so... So I've got those guys there. Yeah, they might not get destroyed, There's a good chance they'll survive to fight another day. And after this mission, I'll probably pull them back and move them out to go back to England to focus on D-Day. Actually, no, they're not supposed to be in the line fighting, but you'll see once. You need every unit you can get, so they'll probably be in the front for a little bit fighting. Okay, I got those picked out. Yes, that's good. Fifth British Infantry moving on up. As we see, we don't really know what the heck's going on here. Can we run some... Oh, there's no air unit here, so we don't know. Can't do recon. So we know they're well defended. That's about all we know right now. And let's show you the supply depot. So right here, we've got a size 3 port. We're gonna make that a 4. We've got a size 2 port there, a 3. Excuse me, temp port. This is a real port, so size, it's gonna be a 3. So our biggest goal right now is, kind of get ports up, excuse me, right away. And if this part of this river, see, we can't cross the river because of the penalty. We've only got 8 points left, so we could attack here, but it'd probably be probably a pretty big penalty. And this guy's only a division, so you'll see and this one actually he's an infantry brigade, so he's actually probably attached to the corps, and he's a special landing unit that landed next to the invasion hexes. And we're gonna have him go and attack those damn dirty apes. Forced to retreat. I prefer to move fast. That's to my own detriment, I'm sure, a lot of times. Oh, this is one of the special battalions too. See, this one's a unit that it doesn't really exist in reality. I mean, it's a support unit, so it's called a multi-role unit. So right now it's in a physical combat unit role, but once you put it back into its base, 1 second, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, sorry. Once you put it back into a support unit role, it's just a traditional support unit, and it'll be a multi-role, and it'll just be used in combat as any support unit would in this kind of game, which is support units that are close in combat can be brought in, assist, etc. So let's turn off the supply overlays, make it hard to see. And as you see too, the rail lines are down. I'll take a second to show the overlay. This overlay is super slow to show. See, rail lines are bone right now. First Canadian Infantry Division. We're going to try to push up this river line. We'll try to cross next turn, but it'd be suicide to try now on a level 2 fort. Like, that's just asking for casualties, and the Allies aren't built to have those kind of casualties. I mean, the Allied unit did serve their purpose. They went up there and they saved us, And this is another Ranger regiment, see? Oh, he totally retreated. He must have spent AP to retreat. Oh, there's the Hermann Goering, right? Yeah, Hermann Goering Panzer Division. Nice to see them in all their glory. He'll probably just do a staged withdrawal. I want to be on this side of the river or that side. He could kind of come up there and smack us a bit, but in the best of both worlds, break out the regiments and just leave this one in reserve. Bring up the manual. Boop, player handbook. And you'll see the player handbook's actually pretty nifty. You'll see there's all these little helpful cheat sheets down here on how to do everything. You know, what everything means. Like I printed these out on cardstock. It was really nice, really nicely done. I just wanted to see the picture because I'm like, is that a regiment or a brigade? I'm sure it's a regiment. I always goof it up. Actually, let me look for brigade. That'll probably pull it up. Brigade. Oh, it'd be in the appendix. Duh. And the cool thing about this capture software is you guys see this whole screen, so you see everything I do, which is kind of cool. I'll know what I'm looking for when I look for it. All in reality, you're like, it doesn't matter, Bill. Fuck off. Keep going. But it matters to me. Because I'm weird. There we go. It's a regiment. Yeah, I was right. Regiment. All that for that. 1 regiment in return, 2 on the sides. So we've also got 2nd armor that's ready to come in now. And since we have the port, it's just naval transport now. Get off the boat. And as you see, the port can't handle that, so. He can get off. Nice. He can get off and trap that German unit to their death. First armored. It's important to get this headquarters unit off. Oh, because that's just a report 1. No wonder it couldn't unload. Let me get the HQ up here. And this HQ's 2 core is going to have, you can kind of set their supply priority here. Right now they're 2. I want these guys to get as much supply as they can. And that just means they're going to get 90, if they get below 90%, they'll get supply. And I need to move these guys back over to here. Let's see if we can. Wrong port, Jimmy. Oh, sorry, Tommy. Let's go destroy them. Actually, no, let's keep them prisoner. Fly those Italians the enemy. So that was just a big waste of movement points. Okay, let's see what else. 8th British Army. We're going to want to get them. As you see, this is a support unit. So this support unit is attached to this HQ, you see. Let me get him off the beachhead. Let's see. And we've got more of all these Frenchies. All these Frenchies we want to bring up. And just hit spacebar to skip to the end. Unload all these guys. Not enough port capacity remaining. Never. Is this a size 3 port? Let's send it through the temp port to see if we can unload them there. 130 required. Oh, well, shit, let's just unload then. We'll unload them next turn. They'll sit in port. Provisional core, which doesn't have anything attached to it, but let's... So this is a multi-role unit too. See, it's attached to here. So we can say... multi-role? Oh, you have to put it with the HQ, and then you can merge it back. Oh, is it? Yeah, you have to put it back in the hex, and then you can merge it. But for now, we're going to put it on a boat. When you get it into port, load on the boat. On a boat. With a boat. My boat's got a boat. Try to get him off. Yeah, he's 130, so we'll get him off next turn. I could have done this better last turn, but like I said, I was kind of discombobulated also. My following's gonna be a little slow, so I'm gonna have to have some makeup work to do. I'd forgotten the system, so it was like I was a little bit out of it. Oh, this is gonna be a big unit, a 12. Yeah, these CVs are a lot bigger than what I'm dealing with playing as the Russians, you know. Early game with their 1-2 CV. It's like, holy shit, like 12, what do I do? I feel like I'm German all of a sudden. Let's get this HQ loaded up. I should have unloaded him, right? 130? I thought I had 130 left. Oh, I'm at 128. Yeah, you can just wait there till next turn. You'll be fine. 34. Core. Let's get you loaded up on a boat, with a boat, for a boat. I would need to load everyone, so let's... So we didn't get to load everyone. I prefer to keep them together, so let's keep them together. 5 core. So it's 5 core here. Let's take the train off. Strategic Air Force. Let's get you on a train over here. We're gonna get you moved over eventually too. You can control his doctrines right there. See from this, which is kind of cool. Like it's a nuance, but it's a pretty cool nuance. I'm gonna get you guys load up as well later. Yeah, who wants to be in shit ass North Africa anyway, right? Am I right? Okay. Frictional core. Yeah, all these air units. British Army Group. Can I load these both up one and ships? Perfect. Okay, let's get them both. Let's just gonna put both here. Excuse me for now. Get these guys. We'll get them loaded on the boats next turn. 6 Corps. 6 Corps 5th Army. 7th Army. Size 6 port. He ain't getting on a boat. Oh, is it because it's raining I can't get on? I don't know. I guess he doesn't have enough to load up. Oh, he's on a... No, I don't know. Beats me. These two guys can get a load, so... Let's work our way down there then. As you see, it's like a big, these are big logistical nightmares. Like, wait till I do my southern France invasion, northern France invasion. It's hard. I'll have to do a better job. And that's why this is kind of a gimme. So it's okay that I fucked up some stuff. I should have had a lot of this done T1, but I've forgotten how to do everything. And best to learn at your enemy's expense. So there'll be mistakes Ara makes too. So it's kind of a wash at the end of the day. Malta Air Command. And you see up here, we'll start getting units in that are going to be preparing for invasion, like 6th British Airborne Division. Like that'll be a target. And over time, we'll figure out what we want to bomb here. And I think, can we even change our doctrines from here yet? Air execution phase. And you see, we'll build them out eventually to where they're built out a little better. Like, let's see, Plymouth will be a embarkation point. And as you see, 5th U.S. Corps, like, why is the U.S. Corps assigned to the 2nd British Army? It's like, well, because we haven't done anything. What does turn VP mean? Turn VP. I don't remember what it means. Game VP, turn VP. Is it game VP? Oh, whatever. I don't remember. Oh, this is a multi. Is this multi-unit? Multi-roll. So watch. We'll move this multi-roll unit to the one of the hex here, and I think, is it B we hit? Oh, we just say convert unit from here. They'll divide into 3 subunits. Watch, it'll 102 U.S. Cavalry Group. 102 U.S. Cavalry Group is an armor unit. It's like, hey, that's cool. Watch. Boop, disappeared. And now you'll see it in here. Is it's being transferred, but you'll see it in here it'll come through here as a dash as a support unit now instead of a physical unit. But you can do that over time. You know, once you've had them in there too, you can click on them and say break them out, and it'll pop them out. It'll do it automatically on an invasion, But for then, I'll do it. 29th U.S. Infantry, let's load up. It's going to be a long fucking time before these guys are going anywhere. And this separate infantry, this is a multi-roll as well. We'll load him in. And we'll get a lot more reinforcements. Just try to keep it clean as soon as possible. Second Armored Corps. Jeez. Noob. Armor coming in day one, son. Just, I've learned that the sooner you do it, the better it is for everyone. Actually, the armor's not going to land day one, so let's back him up. How's the infantry affair? Armor does not fight very well in invasion. First Canadian Army, first California Army. Boy, I'm on a roll today, man. Level 2 port. Level 2 port. Level 1 port. Level 7 port, there we go. First I Corps. Get onto a red line. Actually, you can just walk over. This area is going to get super duper crowded. Just so you know. Second British Army. Second British Army's 21st Army Group. No, Second British Army's 21st Army Group. Oh, there it is. And this is just preliminary. We'll probably end up tweaking it as well over time. We're going to get a lot more units, a lot more flexibility in doing things. Like, see, look at all this stuff we've got up here. Like, an air portable division. Like, we've just got a smorgasbord of stuff to send out here. Another paratrooper brigade. Polish paratrooper unit. As a Polish person, I like to tell Polish jokes. Why does the new Polish fleet have glass bottom boats? To see the old Polish fleet, that was one of my favorites as a kid. This is a multi-role unit, but we'll probably use it as a... We'll probably use it in defense of some sort. Or we'll probably use it offensively, you know, in D-Day of some sort. Follow along. Like, I want to overkill, like, what we did. I don't even know if I'll drop here. Like, in my other game, I dropped at Brest. And moved in. I dropped it. Yeah, I did Brest and moved out that way. Because it's undefended. Because this terrain is just... blah. I think actually I dropped here and cut Brest off. It was a 6. As you see here, Cherbourg's a 5. Like, having a good port's important. Having a good port is important. Polish Armor Division. Let's go look. We can see all the recon that they did. So the Germans are always on this side, the Allies are always on this side, but whether it says attack or defender, it can be flipped. So that's kind of cool. Or that's right, I was for this the whole time. It's like this is by all means a support unit. Convert them in for now. And this is a red X, or a red airfield. I don't even think we have any. How do we do? So we click on it. Yeah, we have to like click off of. This is Cologne. Oh, what's this one? Oh, I guess when there's a unit here, you guys have to click this. And kind of, does it show me what the size is already? I forget. And like you can build, can I build air bases? I think I can, right? Create a depot, assign an, oh, build air base, here it is. So that lets you build air bases. But once you've built them, I don't think you can get rid of them. Expand air base so you can make them bigger. So here's the, you know, my city, like look at the rail units usage here, like, oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic. It's there was a lot of transport for me, and that's why I couldn't go that far. That's why that unit could only go a couple hexes. You know, I was like, boy, that didn't go very far. Well, the rail lines are used, a lot of it are used up, and a lot of that was used up by supply already. See, Liverpool's getting a bunch of stuff there, and this U.S. unit here is gonna have to go over to Belfast and actually, I can really go here. Port 2, Port 5. I'll have to march over here and get to Belfast, get back over, rebuild. And then to move units from one place to another, I think. Oh, here it is. To go to, this is where America Port go, but to ship to the Mediterranean, you move it over here. Like on this edge of the map. And vice versa to go to UK. And that wasn't clear when I played earlier last time. And I was like, how do I get units over? Because I have all these command units I'd love to move and I couldn't figure it out. And now it makes sense to know. Now it's nice. makes sense, and I'm glad to know. Let's see. There's a couple hexes. I want this hex to be. Every embarkation point, I'd like to have a ton of supply there. Okay, I think we've done everything we can do on this turn. Kind of going through everything. Took about an hour, but I think we're good now. So let's go ahead and ship it. It's a quick save for sanity, of course. Quick save 3. And I like to make an end of turn save too, actually. Just in case if I fuck something up and forget something. Actually, it's T2 end. Duh. Herpaderp. Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn. So I'll leave you guys here. This is just the little not as much fun part. So thanks for hanging out, guys.